Families moving to or living in Hawaii often search for open enrollment to pick a better public school outside their neighborhood. On the mainland, you expect to easily cross local district lines to find the perfect fit. Here, the system is much more restrictive. This table shows the structural difference. Instead of multiple districts, Hawaii operates all 296 schools as one single statewide district. With no local borders to cross, your assigned school is rigidly tied to your specific residential address and local geographic boundaries. Geographic certainty is the default. Picking a different school is the exception, and it requires significant legwork to actually pull off. Opting out of your assigned neighborhood school means walking away from a guaranteed placement and stepping into a highly conditional framework. You immediately hit bureaucratic hurdles. There is no central application portal where you can just rank your favorite schools and hit submit. Instead, you have to navigate strict documentation standards, tracking down precise proofs of residency and compiling standard records to prove your eligibility. To understand what it takes to navigate this, we are going to evaluate the 3 exact enrollment pathways available to Hawaii families. Pursuing school choice here effectively forces you to act as an independent administrative project manager for your child's education. This flowchart shows how your address dictates your options, starting with Pathway 1, the designated neighborhood school. This is the default route for the vast majority of families. The inputs here are straightforward. You provide your standard documentation through the state's online registration system to secure your spot. You get a guaranteed seat near your home, but you have zero flexibility regarding the school's educational model or performance metrics. If you want to bypass residential zoning entirely, you look to Pathway 2, Hawaii's 38 public charter schools. These schools run their own admissions. You have to conduct the research, communicate directly with the administration, and manage their unique, decentralized deadlines. You gain access to specialized educational models, but spaces are intensely competitive. Seats are never guaranteed, and you do not get default state support to get your child there. Escaping your geographic zone through a charter program requires trading state convenience for a self-managed, highly competitive process. We also have Pathway 3, the Department of Education internal transfer, which allows a student to attend a different traditional public school. This route requires you to submit a formal transfer request and secure explicit administrative approval from the school's principal. The trade-off is steep. Transfers are entirely dependent on available space at your target school, and your request can be denied or even revoked later. Hawaii is currently facing a steady decline in overall enrollment, prompting state discussions about school consolidation. A school that has space for a transfer student today might not have room next year. An internal transfer is a temporary privilege dictated by space, making it highly vulnerable to state population shifts. Even if you navigate those pathways perfectly, you still face logistical multipliers, strict state rules that can instantly invalidate an approved choice plan. The first is the strict kindergarten age cutoff. Your child must turn 5 by July 31st to enroll for that school year. If their birthday falls on August 1st, you are forced to absorb an unexpected full year of private childcare costs. But the most critical barrier for out-of-bound enrollment in Hawaii is the daily commute. This map illustrates the physical challenge. State school busing isn't automatically provided just because your child secures a choice seat. The limited state bus service is governed by strict eligibility rules and narrow quarterly application windows. You must align perfectly with the school year. Without secured private daily transportation, an out-of-zone approval letter is functionally useless for a working parent. This quadrant chart breaks down the reality. In Hawaii, educational choice is entirely a privilege of logistics. If you are a time-poor working parent, stick to your neighborhood school. You likely cannot absorb the transportation limits and heavy deadline burdens required to look elsewhere. If you are an optimizer pursuing charters or transfers, you must decouple your choice from state transportation completely and commit to driving daily. You also need to contact your target independent schools immediately to lock in their specific deadlines, since they operate outside of standard state windows. Accurately identifying your family's logistical limits up front prevents you from pursuing an enrollment pathway you simply cannot sustain. Your most important safety net is simple. Start the enrollment process with your geographically assigned school, regardless of your ultimate choice ambitions. You must use the state's school locator tool to confirm your designated boundary before signing any residential lease. From there, compare any out-of-boundary options based strictly on the hard logistics of space availability and your daily commute. Secure your proof of residency paperwork and standard student records as early as possible, so administrative delays do not cost you a seat. By accepting the rigid geographic realities of Hawaii's system from day one, you can navigate enrollment with minimal stress and maximum certainty.